Good afternoon. Today is the 31st of July and we're still at the Festival of Unexceptional 2021 here at Grimsthorpe Castle, Lincolnshire. This is part 4 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle. We've had parts 1 and 2 where we've just been wandering around what's called the Unexceptional parking, which is here, and then we've had Concours de l'Ordinaire in there, which was in part 2. There's so much more to film here though, so we'll see if we can get on with this. If the camera cuts out, that's okay. We'll switch to my reserve camera. I have never used it before. I don't think the stabilisation in that is as good as this phone, so if the picture quality isn't as good in the sort of final stage of the video, then I do apologise. This is a 1991 to 1992 Fiat Panda 900. I think this is the same engine that went into the Fiat 850 actually. It's the overhead valve version. It was around a little bit longer. I think it finally died in the Seicento in about 2000. It's got a Wolseley here. That's lovely. 67, yeah, on an E. Badge would light up. Absolutely lovely. Another Morris Mine here. This is again probably 53 to 56 Morris Mine. It's not a Morris 1000. So have the 803cc engine in it. Doesn't it look austere, this car? So sort of austere. What's not austere at all is the next thing that's coming up. That is a 6110. That was the one favored by the police automatic. It's an Renault, I think let's call it the A610 by this stage. The Alpine name wasn't really used in this country. I think it was some sort of dispute. What are you doing here, Mr Richardson?
Security told you not to come in.
Well, look, you've got your car on your t-shirt, and I've got my car on mine. This is ridiculous.
Well, hopefully someone will buy the shirt off my back.
I knew it was going to happen, sir. At some point, we'll be shambolically shuffling our way down over there, and we'll see your car.
It's over there on the end.
Yes, that's why I bought my reserve camera, sir, in case we run out of space. All right, see you later, sir.
Bye-bye.
Right, so Renault Alpine. Yeah, GTA V6 it was called in most places. I think it was called the A610 over here. I get really confused about it because it had different names. Right, another Mark III Vauxhall Astra. This is a post-facelift one. And of course, advertising a certain Welsh-based YouTube channel. I don't know what specification that is. Who knows? 97, 98 plate anyway. Hillmans Super Imp. So we'll check the badges on these at 1970. That's very nice. Oh, another Triumph Herald. This would be an early one. Be about 63. Maybe it's a 948 or something. 63. Thank you. Dorset plate, I think that is FX. Then we Mitsubishi Sapporo. This is a rare. I think there's actually a video on YouTube of these. They weren't very common. It was sort of rival of the 5 Series at the time, if I remember correctly. 2.4 4-cylinder engine. Did we call it the silent shaft? I can't remember. It's a 4G64 anyway. These are not common cars. Absolutely loads and loads and loads of equipment in these. Like in this Renault 25 V6 Turbo. It's a facelift as well. It's be a G, so August 89. Personal plate on it now. Let's take a look at the interior. Compared it's a V6 Turbo and all these electric seats in there, there's no leather. That's interesting. Interesting. Ah, a P10 Primera. One of the first classic car videos I ever did on the channel was a P10 Primera, funnily enough owned by Mr Coleman, a rubbish mechanic. So this is a 1991 Camara P10 Gsi Automatic. The P10s are very rare, particularly the pre-facelift ones like this. 2 facelifts, and this is before the first facelift. Volvo 460, again a pre-facelift. I really quite like these. I kind of sort of want one. Don't know why, but I sort of do want one of these. Not maybe a surprise. 460 CD, so it's a posh one. Lovely. Renault 3-liter F-Type engine in that. Another Peugeot 205. No idea what year that is. It'd be after 1990 because it's got the sort of facelifted front and rear end. Je roule en super green. Yeah, so there was a trim level just called the 205 Automatic, like the one that I filmed on No Budget Reviews earlier this year. I've just spotted Mr Westby from Twin Cam, who's also here, doing his non-shambolic non-shuffle. A Mark 1 Granada Coupe, it's the left-hand drive one, 2.3. This will probably be the Cologne V6 in there. Of course. Yeah, it's a 2.3 GL left-hand drive. From, is that somewhere in Belgium or, no, it's German, so somewhere in Germany. Should know that, I have a German degree. Sorry viewers, it's just the way it goes on Shambolic Shuffles. This is not Mr Richardson's Rover Tomcat, but it is similar. 93, 94 Rover Tomcat. Not got the half leather seats. It might be a 216 actually, I don't know. Ford Orion, late sort of it's an early Mark II Orion, similar to the Mark IV Escort. It's a 4-speed gearbox, so quite a basic one. It does have electric windows. It's 1.4L with a CVH engine. BMW E30. You always takes time that shows, loads of them. It's just a 318. It's a very nice specification though, very clean. Another Maxi. Certain Welsh-based YouTube channel sticker, of course. It's not a Maxi 2. It's one of the last ones before the Maxi 2. 1980 plate on this. Is that Dougal? Yes, it is. Always the 5-speed gearbox, of course. Colt 1400 Deluxe, 1975. I think this has appeared on the Hubnut YouTube channel. In fact, I know it has actually. There we go, there's the information. As Mr Bill from the Wales Wheels channel says, this could be yours. (1963) Wolseley 1660. Lovely two-tone. It's got green interior, beautiful. It's be the 1622 B series in this. That's immaculate, isn't it? Ah, we've seen this before, viewers. This is a 1985 Ford Escort 1.3L, which appeared on Tweed Jacket Reviews last year on both Mr Richardson's channel and also on mine. And yes, if the passenger wing looks discoloured, that's because it is, because it had an accident in the first year of ownership and it wasn't ever repaired properly. But other than that, that's in really nice condition. A very late Citroen CX here, 22 TRS Croisette. 88 to 89 plate. The later interior. Radio's still down there though, it's all a bit weird, but they always were a bit weird. Audi A4, it's an early one. It came out on an M plate, so about 94, 95 they came out. This is a bit later, 96, 97, and it's a forbidden fuel one, so we can't talk about it on the channel. A couple of Bondbugs, ooh. Made under ownership of Reliant. I think this was the last Bond model that was actually made, from what I remember. Both of them on L plates, so 72, 73. Well, Peugeot 504. I haven't seen one of these in a very long time, viewers. 78, 79 plate on a T. I think this is probably a GL. Ooh, it's an automatic as well. Very reminiscent smell of kind of the 1970s. I think these came out in 69 actually. Yep. Sorry, a TI Automatic, not a GL. Nissan. I think these are the PAL. The B1 was different. It was one of the what do they call it? Pike cars. maybe I said that completely wrong. It's based on the K10 Micro anyway. That is, yeah, it's Nissan PAL, 8889 plate. Not available officially in this country, of course. None of the Pike, or what, I don't know if you say it, where you go. Sort of similar to something like a Fiat 128, so similar to that. This is much newer than a Fiat 128 would be, though. This is an 8788 plate. That is a sort of Cheshire stroke North Wales registration. In fact, it just says yes, it's come from the Yugo in Wrexham, and also it was sold in Shropshire one point, and of course, yes, it's member of the Slightly Sweary forum, of course. Extraordinary to see Yugo. I've not seen any form of Yugo in a long time, because my name isn't Mr. Seabrook. A Lancia, I think it's a Prisma symbol. These are, I think, virtually extinct in this country. They're probably extinct in most places. It's the saloon version of the Mark 1 Delta. This is an 8990 plate, and I kind of want one. Look at all those gauges on the dashboard, viewers. Probably we can't see them because it's very difficult to actually film them with the phone, but there we go. Another Renault Espace. This is a bit earlier than the one that's in Concord Lloyd in there. 8687 plate. It's a 2000 TSE. All those plastic body panels and lots of seats. And a Hillman Avenger Estate in a beautiful shade of dark green. I love this colour, viewers. This is a 1600 Super, which is kind of you know, sort of further up the range. 7374 plate. Funny old steering wheel. Yeah. Correct wheel trims, I believe, for these as well. It's very nice. Volkswagen 1200A for 69. Okay, viewers, we had to go onto the reserve camera because I just ran out of memory at that point. So 1969 Volkswagen 1200A, otherwise known as the Beetle. This is a Skoda Favorit. It's quite a late one on an L plate, 9394. Sorry, the camera's gone a little bit on the shaky side. The the phone I normally record on has much better stabilisation than this does. So yes, it's a Black Line Special Edition. It'll have it's a GXLI Black Line Special Edition. It'll have the 1289cc Skoda power unit in it, this one. So very soon before the Felicia came in, which was a rebodied Favorit. Mini Clubman Estate, 1974. Another sporty looking BX. Now is this a GTI 69? It might not be actually, because I can't see a sort of leather interior or anything. So nevertheless, you do have a BX of this sort of era. It's on my channel, which is also a Forbidden Fuel one. This is a Forbidden Fuel. It's the old XUD 1.9 turbo TGD. So yeah, 91 plate. Volvo 480. This is an automatic turbo with a catalytic converter. That's the symbol that Volvo used at the time for catalytic converter. Our neighbours actually used to have one of these when I was growing up. It was a black one. This is a 92-93 model, but that was earlier. I think it was on a G, so it would be 8990. I do like these. I'd really like to drive one of these actually. And of course, we've got some pop-up headlamps. Another car that was available around the same time. So Volvo, I think this is probably, is it a 360? It's a leather interior, so it might well be. Now it's a 340 GLE limited edition. These were made for a long time after the 440 and 460 came in actually. So it'd be 89-90 plate with leather interior. Thank you for someone looking at the window. The film there. Same gearbox, I think, as a 240 actually. Rear wheel drive, of course. Earlier ones of these were the sort of 343s and 345s. Land Rover Defender, 90 cigarette oven plate. Dutton kit car, I think it's Dutton Sierra. That's it, Dutton Sierra. I forget exactly what these were based on. I think it was a Mark 1 and Mark 2 Escort. It's a Mark 1 Escort door. Plates from about 1970, but maybe a bit later than that. Ooh, an MG Maestro. We might have an MG Maestro coming up on the channel soon, viewers. 2-litre EFI. This will be a 2-litre EFI. It's an 86, 87 plate. It's got the later dash in it.
Stand down if you want to have a look.
Oh no, that's okay. It's the VVFI. Absolutely lovely. Thank you. Right, viewers, we'll take a pause here and we'll go and find out where to start next. We've filmed a lot of these cars already. I do apologise if this keeps going out of focus, so this is why it's a reserve camera. This is a 2000 Rover 25. I think this is a GTI. Yes, it is. It is a 25 GTI. They're pretty rare. They made them only before the MGZR came in. So it was introduced in late 99. So about 18 months or so these were made for. Honda Concerto 1.5i from your Honda. Your Honda's still in business. I know because I used to live about a mile from them. Good old Honda D series engine. Long as you change the cam belt on these and mind the cam cover gaskets, they are exceptionally reliable engines. Vauxhall Corsa Sport, as advertised by Ruby Wax back in about 1996. I haven't seen one of these in a while. Now, I took some lessons in a Corsa B like this. It wasn't a Sport, it was a 1.4 SI GLS 5-door, and it didn't have a rev counter, and it didn't have electric windows, whereas this does. Obviously makes it better. I think this is a 16 valve, so it'd be the sort of SI version. Now here's a car that you might be seeing on channel soon. This is a 1987 Volkswagen Polo Mark II Ranger, which I actually filmed yesterday. This belongs to Mark, whose 1992 Unos Roadster is also coming up on the channel soon, because I filmed that last weekend as well. But yes, it's been in the same family since new. I mean, how many of these do you actually still see around? Not many. Another Escort Mark IV here, probably in something like a, I don't know, popular trim or something like that. See if it's a 4-speed. Yes, it is a 4-speed.
I think so, it's an L.
Yeah, 1.3L. Well, you know all about 1.3L Escorts, 4-speed. A little bit more luxurious than the Mark III that's over there, which I've always been filmed the channel, because it's actually got rear seat belts in it. This is a very late R8 5-door. It's a 214 SEI with the Starfish alloy wheels. This was like a sort of special edition towards the end of the R8 production for the 5-door hatchbacks. And it's got 1.4K series in it. Looking very good. 95 registration, so a very late one of these. Even though mine was even later. Ooh, 1992 to 93, Mazda 323 GLX Estate. Fantastic. We do like this sort of thing, viewers. We do like this sort of thing very much. The GLX, so we might actually have electric windows. Yes, we do, in a 5-speed manual gearbox. It's good to remember that this has been driven by Ian Seabrook on his channel, and of course there's the Telltale sticker which tells me that it has. I do like those, viewers. I've owned a couple of Mazdas in my time, and I do like them. Lexus Ls400. It's quite an early one. 92-93 plate. Sorry, 92. Late example, original Ls400 with 15-inch wheels. biscuit leather interior, viewers. I do like a nice beige or biscuit interior. Ooh, from Park Lane, how fancy. 1989-90 Peugeot 205 XA. It's the panel van version. It's got the later dash that came in about 88. But still sort of like a pre-facelift. Mazda 66. 1985 to 86 plate. Oh, it's got power locks. This is like a GLX or something, so it's definitely got electric windows. Just this 1980s Japanese style dash, which I do find rather interesting. Yes, it is a GLX, 2 litre. Here is Mr Richardson's 1988 Volvo 740 GL. That I have filmed on my channel as well, although this has been a suggestion for quite a long time now. And there's the Furious driving stick. You can tell you it's his. And yes, we do like it, viewers. It was a lot of fun when I drove that on my channel back in October 2020. Wow, the third Talbot Solara we've actually had on my channel, on the videos today. But I can't believe there are 3 of these Solaras. There's probably single digits surviving of these, viewers. I mean, there's really not many. This would be an AXO, be 81. Yeah, it's actually it's August 81. So it's a 1.6 LS with no front headrests. So over here, MGF. Is that an MGF with a beige leather interior? Be very careful when walking because yeah, my phone doesn't have any stabilisation in it, unlike my normal one. But it is British Racing Green, and it does have a beige leather interior, or part leather anyway. It's very nice. I don't know what engine's in that one. I mean, I know it's a K series, they're all K series, and it's the hydrogas suspension in an MGF. Facelifted Peugeot 106 van. That they call it on the side of it. This is the new 106 because this is the facelifted one. We'll go and have a look at the front of it.
Really?
In Lincolnshire.
WK could be supplied by Peugeot themselves then. That's in Citric. Ooh. It's a very interesting sort of period colour for one of these. It's 81 plate. There we go. Datsun 280C. Absolutely beautiful. It's a predecessor to the 300C. I think it's a straight 6 of this actually. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're going to look at the interior. Oh, it's an auto. Wonderful. There we go, straight 6 engine. Another Citroen AX. This time, this is a 95-96 one. It's 1.1 Memphis, originally supplied by a garage of Widnes apparently. Another Triumph TR7. We've seen quite a few of these actually today. This is a very late one, so fit production stopped in 81, and that's on an X, so 81, but it could be registered in 82 as well. Check interior. It's that big black box on there. Ooh, oh yes. Yes please, viewers. Another Rover Coupe, the Tomcat. And this is a facelifted one. It's got the later dash in it. 97, 98, one plate like that. It's probably the 1.8 BBC, I should think. One of those. Could be the 1.6 K series. Another Skoda Felicia, again, an early one. 95, 96 plate. The other one was an LXI Plus. Let's see what this one is. GLXI. So slightly further up a trim level. That's the original plate that's on it from Garage and Forest Gate in London. Oh, RV. Now the first car that my parents had after I was born was a Jetta. Registration was LRV46Y, and Southampton, Portsmouth are in the same registration area, and this one's from Portsmouth. Just before they introduced ones on phone numbers. So yeah, 93, 94. This is a Corsa Merit, so probably the 1.2 engine in this. Not the high specification of car, possibly. But you know, it's rather nice anyway. Oh, viewers in Alfa Sud. Oh, that's beautiful. Alberto's Motorsport Sportivo. Alfa Sud 1.3. Yeah, so it's before the facelift occurred in 1980. So I think it's a Series 2 Alfa Sud, this one. Now it says it's a 1969-70 plate, but I don't think it is, unless the whole thing's been changed. I mean, I never know with Minis, the whole thing could have been changed. I think it's probably looking at the dash somewhere in the 80s. E34 5 Series Touring, it's a 525iX, wow, it's a four-wheel drive version, viewers. BL, I suppose it could have been supplied by BMW UK, because they're in Farnborough and that's not too far from where this car would have been registered originally. Citroën Acadienne, it's based on the Diane 1980-81 plate. Still see these occasionally around. There's actually one that lives quite near where I am, and also someone who's a member of the Slightly Sweary forum. Yep, Acadienne. Sorry about the autofocus viewers. Diane 6, that would be the 602cc engine. I think it's had 29 horsepower. 77-78 plate. They're meant to replace the 2CV, but I never did. Right, viewers, we'll finish off with a car that we actually followed for some way into the show today. This is a 1994-1995 Citroën Xantia. It's a 2-litre LX petrol. And of course, as Mr. Bill Waswell says, this could be yours. This is the first revision that they had, because the very early ones of these had the chevron on the bonnet rather than on the grille. Right, I think that is enough for part 4. We have got enough battery to do a part 5, so we'll be doing that. I'm going to stand still because otherwise the camera will shake too much. Thank you ever so much indeed for watching the 4th part of Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2021 Festival of the Unexceptional. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to like this video and to leave a comment below. Yes, parts 1 to 3 are listed in the description below. And thank you ever so much indeed, once again, for watching.